Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Uchapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sarvetam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitamscha Om Jnanatirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuran Militam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Mahavaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratuje Namaha Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna. And we have Maheshwari in the United States and we have Maheshwari in Switzerland. Jai. So we got two Lavanyas, two Maheshwaris, one Pandita, and there's only one Hari Gopal. Krishna made only one of him. So Hari Gopal Prabhu translating for us to Russian, Chaitanya Mayi Devi translating to Portuguese, and here we are. And Naza, much appreciation. We got some news of your seva today. Much appreciation, of course. And of course, here we are, headed by Devashis Prabhu. He's the secretary of the London chapter of Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math. And we have, by the way, with us here, it is not a mirage, it is Kum Kum Devi Dasi in person. We have her in person, you have her in person. And really it is one of those special things of the Zoom. As we are doing, we're seeing each other, we know each other in the Zoom, and we are very happily in the association of the devotees. And so, yes, here is Lavanya Mayi Devi, here is Annutama Devi, and here is Shara Shiromani Devi, who is going, unfortunately, we got the news this morning, she's going the day after tomorrow back to the United States, because only a limited time allowed in Europe. But that means that I think that there is some adventure tomorrow over here so that she can see something of the Alps. And that also is good for everybody. When in London recently, this is the London Zoo, Sripad Tridandi Maharaj was giving class, and he often comes out with like original things, original thinking. And he said about recreation, the word recreation, like having a break from a routine. Then he said, and recreation means recreate. We recreate our strength for our activity. So in the company of the devotees, a little recreation going to take place. All right, Mukunda Prabhu, South Africa is with us. Happy to see you, Prabhu. I saw beautiful photos today of the roses in the South African ashram that served, those same rose bushes served Gurudev when he was there. And so really all these things, they may seem very small, but it shows like the continuation of the connection not only of the devotees, but the connection of the whole world with Srila Gurudev. And Kum Kum's been on a pilgrimage today, and so is Lavanya Mayi also. And Anutama too. Separately. Separate pilgrimages. There are various places to go. So anyhow, here we are, and we are with the devotees from Brazil and all over the world. We appreciate very much your company. So let me pass the microphone to Devashis, but I've lost him. Where's Devashis? He's...
No, I'm here.
Oh, you're there. Oh, we're on a second page. Oh, many devotees. But I still can't see you. Oh, there you are. You're surrounded by devotees, Devashis. You are very fortunate.
Yeah, it's very insignificant, so I don't show up.
No, you're in the center of many devotees. I was looking for you in another place. Prabhu.
Blending into the background like the knives and forks.
Hare Krishna.
All right, Maharaj, thank you so much. And my humble obeisance to all the devotees with us and all those who will watch this one once it's recorded or may join with us from around the world. And this evening's theme, I'll try and give a theme each week for the talk. So this week is the incomparable line of Sri Rupa. So, this is actually very important for us to understand where our line is and how unique it is. And when you consider that, it's actually quite mind-blowing that the very source of the highest conception of divinity, somehow or another, we've come in connection with that. I mean, it really, when I think about that, it just blows my brain. I just don't know how that's even possible, certainly in my case. So anyhow, it was inspired. Sometimes I make up the title of the talk and then try and find something that that goes along with it. Some reading of Srila Sridhar Maharaj or Srila Guru Maharaj, or Srila Govinda Maharaj. But this time it was the other way around. I came across something I was reading of Srila Govinda Maharaj, and it was just speaking about this, and I just thought it's so beautiful and so important that I thought this should be our subject tonight. So it's actually a chapter from a small book which is called Affectionate Guidance, and is a talk by Srila Govinda Maharaj. And the title of that talk is The Flow of Mahaprabhu's Line. So if you'll indulge me, I'm going to read that. So this is Srila Govinda Maharaj speaking to us. Srila Guru Maharaj's godbrothers clearly expressed their great regard for his divine grace. One mentioned to me in a letter that they would always continue to come here because for as long as Srila Bhakti Rakak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj is present, they want to come and hear from him. They expressed that whenever they hear from Srila Sridhar Maharaj, they feel they are in the shade of Prabhupada Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. They all gave such honor to our Srila Guru Maharaj, and why? Their life's goal is the service of Sri Sri Radha Govinda, and they understood that such service is coming through their Gurudev, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. But they also saw that their Gurudev had transmitted his divine power to Srila Sridhar Maharaj. So their idea was that Gurudev's merciful power is graciously present in our Srila Guru Maharaj. It is for this reason that they always came to see Srila Guru Maharaj. They left all their mundane facilities and life's desires and joined within the mission for the service to Radha Krishna and to Prabhu Nityananda and Mahaprabhu. In which way will they get that service? Only the mercy of the Vaishnavas and the mercy of Sri Guru can give that service. This was very clear to them, so they would all forego any personal position, everything, and come from time to see Srila Guru Maharaj. They expressed to him about their preaching work and preaching style, and they felt very happy to see his happiness. So many of Srila Guru Maharaj's godbrothers used to attend the meeting of the Vishva Vaishnava Raj Sabha, organized by our Math. Srila Guru Maharaj would always give the presidential chair to Sripad Bhakti Saranga Goswami Maharaj. Although Sripad Goswami Maharaj took sannyas from Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Guru Maharaj knew that Sripad Goswami Maharaj's all-round position was so high within the Gaudiya mission. He therefore always offered the presidential chair to him. Once, after accepting that presidential chair, Sripad Goswami Maharaj gave a particularly special lecture. He explained that he and other great preachers are active in all directions, but they all wait to see how Srila Sridhar Maharaj considers the quality of their preaching style. He used the word Singhavalokana. He indicated, we are preaching over the whole world, but from time to time, we look to see whether Srila Sridhar Maharaj is happy with our preaching activities. Singhavalokana refers to how a lion goes some distance, then looks behind to check the environment, then proceeds further, and then again looks behind. In this way, Sripad Goswami Maharaj described how all the preachers again and again look towards Srila Guru Maharaj to see if their preaching has his approval. Rupa Saraswati Dara Dekene Tumate. Rupa Goswami Prabhu is supreme in the preceptorial line of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Actually, no one says the Chaitanya Sampradaya. Rather, the correct name is the Rupanuga Sampradaya. Mahaprabhu wanted to establish Rupa Goswami as the guru of his Sampradaya. That same current of Rupa Goswami is flowing through Srila Guru Maharaj. This is the cause that all the devotees of Srila Saraswati Thakur respect Srila Guru Maharaj. They always saw it, and still to this day, they see it in this way. Rupa Goswami Prabhu was established by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. If we will try to understand this, we must especially take shelter in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. The expression is given there clearly. When Mahaprabhu appeared, he showed his effulgence as the Lord. At that time, Rupa and Sanatan were the chief administrators in the Bengal government, yet they were devoted to Krishna. They felt that Krishna would appear at that time, and they tried to understand where he would appear. When they saw the exalted effulgence of Mahaprabhu, they observed him and came to see him. It was clear to them that he is our dearmost Sri Krishna. Here he has appeared. This was the special connection Sri Rupa and Sri Sanatan had with the Lord. At that time, their names were Dabir Kash and Shakira Malik, respectively. Sanatan Goswami was the prime minister, and Rupa Goswami was the finance minister. They externally showed themselves as government servants, but internally, they always hankered for Krishna Prema. They saw Nimai Pandit, Mahaprabhu, Gauranga Sundar as the shining bulb. Many other devotees knew the divine personality of Mahaprabhu, of the infinite world, and had connection with him. These devotees included Advaita Acharya, Haridas Thakur, Srivas Pandit, Gadadhar Pandit, and Pundarik Vijayanidhi. So Rupa and Sanatan secretly came to see Mahaprabhu, and it was very clear to them that he was in fact their Lord, and they tried to serve him. The devotees would meet together and plan their future program. They knew Mahaprabhu would take sannyas, and they awaited for that day. When eventually Rupa and Sanatan heard Mahaprabhu had indeed taken sannyas, they became even more attached to him. When Mahaprabhu tried to go to Vrindavan through Navadvip and Ramakeli, thousands of people followed Mahaprabhu in Sankirtan. At that time, Rupa and Sanatan secretly met with Mahaprabhu in the village of Ramakeli. Rupa and Sanatan lived near Ramakeli. At night, they changed their rich dress for very humble devotee clothing and met with Mahaprabhu. They took blades of grass between their teeth and fell down at the lotus feet of Mahaprabhu, expressing, Matulyo nasti papatma naparadi chakaschana porihari pilajame kimbru ve purushottama. We are most insignificant and unqualified. We are not fit to present ourselves before you. We are very fallen. Please rescue us. Hearing their words, Mahaprabhu's heart melted to see their mood of devotion. Mahaprabhu embraced them and instructed them, do not be frustrated. Go back and do your jobs. Earlier, Rupa and Sanatan had written many letters to Mahaprabhu, and Mahaprabhu had encouraged them, saying, Para vyasini nari vyag rapi kriha karmasu tad evava tatyanta nava sangha rasanayanam. Be like a paramour lover, who always thinks of her lover, but outwardly does all the usual duties within the family. You be like that, and when the right time will come, Krishna will relieve you from your mundane jobs. In this way, Rupa Goswami had earlier received some nourishment, and when he met Mahaprabhu in Ramakeli, Mahaprabhu gave him and his older brother, Sanatan, even more hope. Go back, and at the right time, Krishna will take you from your mundane posts. You are both my eternal servitors, so you have no fear from anywhere. Krishna will help you. Before going back, they explained, Oh, Mahaprabhu, the king here is Muslim. No doubt he is sympathetic towards you, but if he sees this large following, he may change his mind. If you go with these thousands and thousands of people, the king may feel some threat from you and try to harm you. Later, Rupa met with Mahaprabhu when he was on his way back from Vrindavan. Mahaprabhu taught Srila Rupa Goswami and gave him the charge of organizing his mission in Mathura and Vrindavan. Mahaprabhu instructed him to reveal the lost holy places of Krishna's pastimes and to compose scriptures to relay the teachings that he would impart to him. Mahaprabhu himself was the teacher of Rupa Goswami, and he expected that Rupa Goswami would be the leader of his sampradaya. Mahaprabhu met with Rupa Goswami in Prayag, and he met with Sanatan Goswami in Benares. Both of these Goswamis are the direct students of Mahaprabhu Sri Chaitanya Devi. Mahaprabhu did not teach others as a teacher, but as an advisor. But he personally taught Rupa and Sanatan Goswami. They learned from Mahaprabhu as students, and Mahaprabhu made them into masters in the line of his divine conception. That was the first stage of the manifestation of Sri Rupa Goswami. Later, Rupa Goswami met again with Mahaprabhu in Nilachal. At that time, Mahaprabhu received Rupa Goswami as his son. Mahaprabhu did not break any of the laws of Jagannath Ketra, so he gave shelter to Haridas Thakur in a thatched garden house of Tapana Mishra. When Rupa Goswami came there, he also gave him shelter in that garden, along with Haridas Thakur. When Sanatan would come to meet with Mahaprabhu, he would also stay with Haridas Thakur. Mahaprabhu's nature was to not disturb the environment. Sympathetic dealings with nature is the best attitude for Vaishnavism. Our Guru Maharaj said that actual Varnashram Dharma is to deal sympathetically with nature. Varnashram is organized so as not to disturb the natural flow within this world. Within that flow, we can manifest our divine practicing life through our activity, so there is no necessity to disturb that. But Mahaprabhu didn't want to establish Brahmanism, an external thing, but what he gave was far superior. His gift is superior to any ism. He taught Rupa Goswami in Prayag and told his associates, "You will come to see just how qualified he is." Establishing Rupa Goswami as his best student, he threw open a challenge to all the experts, such as Ramananda Rai, Sarup Damodar, Sarvabhauma Pandit, Bhagavan Acharya, Shiki Mahiti, and many pandits of the king who were followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. There were hundreds of very big personalities who were associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Furthermore, Mahaprabhu considered Ramananda Rai as an equal to himself, or even more, as Guru. Sarup Damodar is considered as a second manifestation of Mahaprabhu, Sakshat Mahaprabhura Dvitiya Swarup. However, Mahaprabhu decided that his sampradaya, his succession, would be through Rupa Goswami. He did not say that it will go through Sarup Damodar, although he was considered to be almost more than Mahaprabhu. If anyone wanted to offer Mahaprabhu a poem or any composition, it would come first to Sarup Damodar, and if it was agreeable to him, only then would it be presented to Mahaprabhu. Without this process, none could go directly to Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu wanted to learn from Ramananda Rai when they were on the banks of the Godavari. Eka Ramananda Hoy E Adhikar. He is a living Mukta Purush. No one else can behave like Ramananda Roy within this mundane plane. Although Mahaprabhu gave him such a great certificate, he did not show his succession there. Instead, Mahaprabhu made Rupa Goswami his successor and presented him in an assembly of all the generals. Mahaprabhu told them, "Test this man." Ramananda Rai was the judge, and he questioned Rupa Goswami about his plays, Lalita Madhava and Vidagdha Madhava. Ramananda Rai himself had earlier written the play, Jagannath Ballabha Nataka. Mahaprabhu made as judges Ramananda Rai, Sarup Damodar, and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, but the chief judge was Ramananda Rai. He questioned Rupa Goswami on the style in which he had written various parts of his plays, and also posed many questions about Rupa Goswami's opinions. Rupa Goswami answered them perfectly, one by one. Everyone in that assembly was stunned, including Haridas Thakur, who was the first person to preach the Hare Krishna Mahamantra before even Mahaprabhu by a few years. Several times Haridas Thakur had undergone great austerity and trials. He was even beaten in 22 marketplaces by guards intending to kill him. He faced so many tests, but he crossed them all and showed the glories of Sri Harinam. Haridas Thakur said about Rupa Goswami's sloka, glorifying the name, "We have never before heard such chanting of the glories of the holy name." Ramananda Rai said, "Kim kavyena kavestasya." The real Krishna conception that has been given by Mahaprabhu has been presented by Rupa Goswami in this assembly, and we are stunned to hear it. Such things are beyond human expression, yet Rupa Goswami has accomplished this. When Mahaprabhu asked Ramananda Rai, what have you gathered from his expression? Ramananda replied, "It is unbelievably excellent. You have given him everything you heard from me. I have no doubt of this. Furthermore, his presentation is superior to anyone's. King Kavena Kavestasya. He is certainly a great poet. We are stunned to hear his poetry. Kim Kadena Danashmataha. If a hero cannot strike his target, he cannot be a great hero. Rupa Goswami is such a great hero that he never once misses. We all accept that he is your representative. They said, you must have given all your mercy to him. Otherwise, it is not possible that he can give us this presentation, excuse me, in this way. Mahaprabhu accepted their statements, although this was very much against his nature, in the sense that Mahaprabhu never expressed, I am a Pandit, but on this occasion he said, yes, I have given my mercy to him. This is extraordinary. The Lord did not stop there. It is not sufficient for me to say that I have given my mercy. I want you all to give your mercy and blessings to Rupa, that he will give my conception in this world. They replied, when you have given your grace, that is sufficient. But Mahaprabhu objected, no, it is not sufficient. You are all my friends, so give him your mercy. Then he will be enriched with pure love of Krishna and will be able to spread Krishna consciousness. They all unhesitatingly gave their blessings to Rupa Goswami. This was a beautiful meeting. In this way, Mahaprabhu made the exalted golden form of Srila Rupa Goswami and gave him the whole charge of his sampradaya. After that, Rupa Goswami stayed with Mahaprabhu for 1 year in Jagannath Puri, where he learned more and more. Then he went to Vrindavan Dham to preach. Kavi Karnapur was also empowered by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he gave the corresponding identities of all Mahaprabhu's devotees in Krishna Lila. He said that in Krishna Lila, Rupa Goswami is Rupa Manjari, the leader of the Manjaris. Srimati Radharani is the chief mistress servitor of Sri Krishna, and Lalita, Bishaka, Chitra, Champak, Latika, Tungabidja, Indulekha, Sudevi, and Ranga Devika are the 8 principal Shakis of Srimati Radharani. The head is Lalita Devi, and under her is Rupa Manjari, who is present in Gaura Lila as Rupa Goswami. If we don't consider Bhakeshwara Pandit as Mahaprabhu's disciple, we may say that Kavi Karnapur was the only disciple of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at that time. Kavi Karnapur was the son of Shivananda Sen. When he was still in the womb, Mahaprabhu instructed Shivananda Sen to give him the name Puridas. However, when he was born, Shivananda Sen gave the name Chaitanya Das instead. When the boy was young, not more than 5 years old, he came with his father to see Mahaprabhu. The Lord asked his name. Someone said it is Chaitanya Das, and Mahaprabhu was a little shy and objected. No, his name is Puri Das. Why have you given him the name Chaitanya Das? Mahaprabhu then gave good nourishment to that boy. He instructed him, O Puri Das, now you chant the holy names. Chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. But the boy would not say anything. Twice and thrice, Mahaprabhu insisted that he chant Hare Krishna. Mahaprabhu was surprised. He thought, the whole world is chanting the name of Krishna as soon as I tell them to chant. But this boy cannot chant. What is this? He asked Sarup Damodar why this boy did not chant. Everyone chants the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra when I instruct them, but not this boy. Why won't he chant? Sarup Damodar replied, oh, that boy has just been initiated by you. He feels you are the world guru. You are Krishna himself, and you have just given him initiation. He has just received the mantram from you. Therefore, he is not saying it outwardly. Surprised, Mahaprabhu said, this boy is very intelligent. In this way, Puri Das received his special initiation. That Puri Das was later known by the name Kavi Karnapur, and he composed Chaitanya Chandra Doya Nataka, an inconceivably excellent play. We cannot believe it humanly possible to write such a play. He graced that play with all the wealth of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he also composed Gaur Ganadesh Dipika and Krishna Ganadesh Dipika. We learn through Kavi Karnapur and other devotees, such as Sarup Damodar, Raghunath Das, and Srila Jiva Goswami, that Mahaprabhu himself gave the power of his sampradaya to Srila Rupa Goswami. Rupa Goswami is the supreme personality in Mahaprabhu Chaitanya Dev's sampradaya, and he carries the preceptorial line of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is the history, a very serious subject matter. I think you may understand what I have tried to express. Rupa Goswami is also glorified by Narottam Das Thakur, who, it is mentioned in the scripture, is a non-different form of Mahaprabhu himself. In his glorification of Rupa Goswami, Narottam Das Thakur included the entire Siddhanta, the supreme mood of devotion, and the supreme glories of Rupa Goswami. Until this very day, that particular devotional prayer is the life of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Srila Saraswati Thakur wanted to hear this during his last moments in the world, and he wanted to hear it from no one but Srila Guru Maharaj. Although Srila Saraswati Thakur was very soft-hearted, he could not tolerate anyone else but Srila Guru Maharaj singing that song. So he exclaimed, "No, I don't want to hear the tune. This song will be sung by Sridhar Maharaj only." That song was Sri Rupa Manjari Pada, Se Mora Sampada, Se Mora Bhajana Pujana, Se Mora Pranadana, Se Mora Abharana, Se Mora Jivanera Jivana. I do not wish to try to express this song in English because very deep truths are within it. On special days such as the appearance and disappearance days of Srila Saraswati Thakur and Rupa Goswami Prabhu, Srila Guru Maharaj would himself sing this song, thereby giving the blessings of Rupa Goswami to all the assembled devotees. He would sing it at other particular times as well. Remembering these pastimes, I am thinking we are so fortunate to be in the line of that Rupa Goswami Prabhu. Srila Rupa Goswami Prabhu ki jai. Prabhupada Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur ki jai. Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj ki jai. All the assembled devotees ki jai. Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Sridhar Mission ki jai. Jai Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai. Gaura Premanandi Hari Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Oh,
Who can follow that?
exactly.
Hare Krishna, Jai Jagannath, everyone.
Yes, Satya. We have Kum Kum with us. Maybe she can follow that because she's got her computer open.
Okay.
So we are all ears to hear.
Well, my Dandavat to all the Vaishnavas, Devashis Prabhu, so good to see you there. Having my computer open means that there's so much resource to find the words of Srila Gurudev and Srila Guru Maharaj so we can approach this matter. So that's our great fortune. And there are many things, of course, on this, many passages on this topic. And I wanted to share one, which is also from Affectionate Guidance. And it's from the chapter on Srila Madhavendra Puri, the sprout of love divine. And Srila Gurudev is pointing out a very sweet point about our position. He says, we are always loudly declaring everywhere, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But here we find that Krishna has no position for the Rupa Nuga Vaishnava. Ishwar Paramakrishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Sarvakarana Karnam from Brahma Samhita 5:1. Krishna, Govinda, is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. His divine form is all eternity, consciousness, and bliss, and he is the cause of all causes. Such is Krishna's supreme position. But what value is his supremacy to the Rupa Nuga Vaishnavas? They are very intimate to the Ashraya Vigraha, Srimati Radharani, and they are always under her control. Radharani is serving Krishna with full energy, and they are supplying the devotional ingredients. Guru Maharaj told me not to make too many mats, otherwise I may find myself in trouble. Then I said, Maharaj, now our family has grown so much. The devotees are visiting Puridam and Vrindavan, and they have no shelter to stay at those places. Unhappily, they have to use a hotel or some other outside place. You please give me permission, and I shall try to make something in Puridam and Vrindavandam. Guru Maharaj agreed to make something simple in Vrindavan, Puri, and Navadvip. I also told him that Kolkata was a transit station for the devotees, and a place for them to stop over was also necessary. Guru Maharaj also gave that permission. So it was then that Guru Maharaj said, if you make something in the Vrindavan locality, make it in Govardhan. We will stay near to Radha Kund, but we will not stay in the Radha Kund area itself. There, Radha Govinda are enjoying their pastimes, and they will stay at Radha Kund. My Guru Maharaj, Prabhupada Srila Saraswati Thakur, said, we shall go from Govardhan very early in the morning, and on the order of Radharani, we shall collect flowers at Kusum Sarovar and collect milk from all around. Then we shall go to Radha Kund for service, and after Radha Govinda go to sleep, we shall return to our shelter at the lotus feet of Govardhan. So if you want to arrange a place there, make it in Govardhan. That was the desire of Srila Saraswati Thakur and Srila Guru Maharaj. Anyhow, by the grace of Srila Guru Maharaj, we have made a place for the shelter of the devotees. Sri Daita Das Seva Kunj has manifested there. We have named that ashram Srila Sridhar Swami Seva Ashram. So the exclusive devotional line of Srila Rupa Goswami is very rarely achieved in this world. If one wants to get it easily, they will be cheated, and they will fall into the black hole of Prakrita Sahajism, and they won't be able to come back out of it again. One should not try to get it easily, but it will be easy by the grace of Guru, by the grace of Radharani.
Jai, there you are, Devashish Prabhu. You ask who can follow? We've got our answer. Hare Krishna.
Yes, wonderful.
Then
what? Who else is here that can speak something? Oh, yourself, Maharaj. We haven't heard anything from you.
well, somebody can maybe ask me a question, but also coming to my mind just there too is how Srila Guru Maharaj, how Srila Gurudev gave service opportunity, gave that service place of Srila Guru Maharaj, or manifested it there in Vrindavan, just close as you can get. You cannot get any closer, basically, to Srila Rupa Goswami's Samadhi Mandir and Bhajan Kutir, where in his later years he took shelter under the caring shelter of Jiva Goswami. He looked after him there in his later years. And that land came to us. Srila Gurudev saw everything in relation to Guru Maharaj and Guru Maharaj's service. And so just yet another indicator of how the Rupa Nuga Sampradaya is coming through Srila Guru Maharaj with so many indications, confirmations, so many evidences, if you like, to show that. And also the description that you were reading of Srila Gurudev saying about how Mahaprabhu, when he gave the charge of his sampradaya to Rupa Goswami, then Mahaprabhu, he made that point that when the Grand Assembly in Jagannath Puri were there, he said, "You all please give your mercy to him." And they objected and said, "No, your mercy is everything, Mahaprabhu." But Mahaprabhu felt, no, he needs to have everyone's mercy. It's such a heavy responsibility, such a big duty to do. And there are those very senior devotees who were there. And it is very similar. It reminded me while you're reading that of Srila Guru Maharaj giving the chair to Srila Gurudev. And Srila Guru Maharaj was unanimously understood by Srila Guru, by his godbrothers, Srila Guru Maharaj's godbrothers, that he was holding that dhara, that Rupa Nuga Sampradaya. And Srila Guru Maharaj, in handing over that Sampradaya into the charge of Srila Gurudev, Srila Govinda Maharaj, into his hand, into his responsibility, then he also made that point that his godbrothers also, they had this great regard for him that he can carry this after me. And Srila Guru Maharaj, from many years, 1947, basically a short time later, after 1947, I mean, after Srila Gurudev came to him in 1947, quite a short while later, Gurudev was openly saying that if this boy will follow me nicely, then my wish is that I'll prepare him for continuing the Sampradaya. He will be my successor. And my successor means what? That he's going to take that charge of the Rupa Nuga Sampradaya. And Guru Maharaj pointed out that all his godbrothers, all Guru Maharaj's godbrothers, they gave that backing and support, joy, everything. They gave that to Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj. So this incomparable line of Sri Rupa Goswami is the incomparable line. And what each of you were reading, this is the flow of Srila Gurudev's presentation. And this is always astounding. We are always hearing the talks, seeing the talks, etc., of Gurudev and Guru Maharaj. And it is a flow of the highest kind of nectar, but the highest kind of Siddhanta presentation, just coming out in an honest, pure, clean way to the world. Not book knowledge, but it is the heart line. And Gurudev was famous for saying this is heart-to-heart transaction, and gave examples of different devotees, some who did not speak a single word of English, but they got it, as it were. So these readings, they're a reminder that it is not that, okay, Rupa Goswami carried that current, and then after that, then that current, okay, oh, I wish we were born in the time of Rupa Goswami, which no doubt we could wish we were born, but we would not have had any capacity to catch what was being said. As Gurudev, said about a devotee saying, oh, I wish I'd been in the time of Srila Guru Maharaj when he was younger, when he was in his preaching, going place to place, preaching mode, young like this. And Srila Gurudev said, you would have not have been able to stay with him. So here we are, we've got the Rupa Nuga Sampradaya. It's not a history that, okay, Rupa Goswami got that current, but that current has flowed down. And then when we are chanting jais after the aratis, etc., it's not just we're saying some names. This is the dhara, the current, which is flowing. And it is flowing from heart to heart and is being revealed by the devotees who are carrying that current. So the Rupa Nuga Sampradaya, that is living, it is continuing. And as Devashish Prabhu opened by saying about how, how is it that we've come to such a department in all of this world of all kinds of religious ideas, all kinds of philosophies, thousands of books on meditation, on yoga, on spiritual life, on yin and yang and A and B and X, Y, Z. I mean, thousands of books. And I mean, so many, well, for me, I think the biggest bookshop I was ever in was in Sao Paulo in Brazil. And there was one big bookshop, which is a bit of a surprise to me, because we've been in India, and in India, everyone coming from the West says, oh, no one reads books these days, it's all digital. And then we're thinking, okay, well, there'll be no books when we go to the West. And by the way, everybody said, they also were telling me, oh, everyone uses the tablet now. Oh, yes, not pen and paper. Anyway, then when I came to the West, I found that we were in the gatherings and I was the only one using a tablet, which the devotees had given me. But then we came to this bookshop, which was impressive. I'm still impressed by it, in Sao Paulo, in Brazil. And we gave a talk arranged by the devotees there on the philosophy floor. And this bookshop, maybe it was 7 stories or something. It was story after story. And this whole floor, which was large, and it was open, open space with a generously big reading corner with steps. People can take a book and read the book. That whole floor was only philosophy and religion.
Wow.
Then you can think, my goodness, there's a lot of things written, and we can read this and read that. We can get some, some guidance, if you like. But the guidance that Mahaprabhu gave, that Rupa Goswami gave, that guidance which has come down to Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Gurudev, Srila Prabhupada into the world, that guidance, it is very exclusive. It is, I have a quote, we've said it a couple of times recently, without any hint of deception, no hint of a scent of S-C-E-N-T, of a fragrance of deception, this idea. And that has come from Rupa Goswami. That has come down from above. And I just, having a quick look, because I may have the quote, and I'm like, yes. Oh, okay. So this is Srila Guru Maharaj speaking. And so Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rupa Srila Dev Goswami Maharaj. And it's in his illumination, it's recorded in the illumination of the Upadeshamrita, in his illumination. This is 5 sentences, perhaps. So virtue is its own reward. We should not be virtuous for the sake of something else. That I am on the real path, searching for the truth, is its own reward. With this capital, we must go forward, so that I am on the real path, searching for the truth, is its virtue's own reward. Then, with this capital, we must go forward. We are searching after truth, eliminating falsehood, dismissing all scent, S-C-E-N-T, any fragrance, whatever may be, dismissing all scent of falsehood. We are going forward. That is the reward. Such virtue is its own reward. And so this is Guru Maharaj, Gurudev, Srila Prabhupada, this is Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, famously standing so strong with this dismissing all scent of falsehood. And what Rupa Goswami gave, Srila Jiva Goswami, he proved everything, if you like, and famously over 400,000 Sanskrit verses supporting what Rupa Goswami has given, means supporting with the scriptural evidences, so that those who want to come to analyze this, that, and the other, that they can come and see, okay, everything may have flowed from Rupa Goswami, and he may not have given because this, the reason is this, etc. But Jiva Goswami is given, yes, there is a reasoning behind it. But finally, simply just accept what has come. And for us, most of us are from the Western world. We've got one or two Indian-bodied devotees who've got a head start. And when, there's different nature in different bodies. And there is that sloka that one who's born in Bharatvarsha, they should spread Krishna consciousness. This is really the duty, especially one born in Bharatvarsha. But for a lot of us, we've come from nowhere. And if we can just simply really understand that Srila Guru Maharaj carrying that current, Srila Gurudev is carrying that current, we don't have to study 400,000 verses to prove to ourselves, oh yes, they are. Oh yes, they are after all. We happily accept it, and we feel it, and we can take that guidance into our life. And this, again, this idea from Srila and Gurudev of heart-to-heart expression. We are doing because our heart is saying so. It is the family. We're in the family. We want to participate in the family, not to be a dead weight in the family. We want naturally to come and see, what can I do? Where can I fit in? And that means das, anudas, anudas, anudas. Wherever we see that there is that representation and distribution of their teachings, the practice of their teachings, we should try to help and see, help in the sense of how can I be helpful? And this way, this is the natural family of devotion. And what a beautiful family, really, this is that Srila Guru Maharaj and Srila Gurudev have given to us. And we have this opportunity in that Rupa Nuga Sampradaya. It's not just a comfortable place to escape from the material world and, oh, so many troubles in the material world. I'll just escape from the troubles. It's the positive side, which is the positive side of utilizing our energy happily in the distribution of Mahaprabhu's nectar, what he's come to give. And this, what he's come to give, is contained within the holy name that has come from the lips and the heart of our Sampradaya gurus. And so that Maha Mantra, with that heart, this is coming from Guru Maharaj and Gurudev to the present day. So incomparable Rupanuga Sampradaya, something along these lines. The incomparable line of Sri Rupa, Devashis Prabhu gave the title. Hare Krishna.
Maharaj, just what you were saying, how you, when I read it, and also you reiterated how Mahaprabhu asked all the devotees to give their blessings to Rupa Goswami and considered that to be like essential thing. And it reminded me of just after Srila Gurudev's passing, that we received an email from Jayadvaita Swami in ISKCON. I'm sure you must have seen it, but it also came to the London Mott, and I always kept it because I liked it very much, what he said. It touched me very deeply. And I have it here. I can just read it. It's not very long. It's from Sripad Jayadvaita Swami. He was in Johannesburg, South Africa, on March the 29th, 2010. He says, with my Dandavat pranams at the feet of all the devotees, I write to express my sadness and commiseration at the disappearance of His Divine Grace, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj, the beloved disciple of Srila Bhakti Rakak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj, and Sevite President Acharya of Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math. I had the good fortune of meeting Srila Govinda Maharaj only a few times. First, during the presence of his revered Guru Maharaj, and last, some years ago, at his ashram in Govardhan, but he kindly remembered me over so many years, and I also remembered him. The last time I met him, along with Srila Sridhar Maharaj, I had come to Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math with some of my godbrothers, disciples of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Srila Sridhar Maharaj told us he was now handing over all responsibilities to Srila Govinda Maharaj and asked us to please bestow upon Srila Govinda Maharaj our full blessings and compassion. I remember noting what seemed an unusual request for compassion, but as I thought about it, the duties of a spiritual master and of the head of a spiritual institution are weighty and can often be difficult and vexatious. So in retrospect, it seemed to me that Srila Sridhar Maharaj had chosen his words with characteristic precision. Of course, in comparison with Srila Govinda Maharaj, we were all like children. He first came to Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math in 1947, 2 years before I was even born, and 21 years before I even heard of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So the great blessings for Srila Govinda Maharaj came from Srila Sridhar Maharaj himself. But, Srila Sridhar Maharaj invested in Srila Govinda Maharaj not only heavy responsibilities, but deep spiritual understanding and deep devotion for Krishna. And so Srila Govinda Maharaj distributed that spiritual understanding and devotion to others. The last time I met Srila Govinda Maharaj in Govardhan, I thought our meeting particularly sweet. Srila Govinda Maharaj spoke simply Krishna Katha, especially with reference to Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, and he spoke with such an obviously deep relish for these topics that I felt very fortunate to hear from such an advanced Vaishnava. Though at that time his health was not very good, I have become an invalid, he said. He was spiritually jolly, and his mood was very kind and friendly. Now physically he is no longer present, but he lives on through his divine words of instruction, which exist forever on the spiritual platform, beyond the comings and goings of this material world. And by serving those divine words, his followers live with him forever. Offering my respects at his holy feet and at the feet of all the Vaishnavas, I beg to remain your humble servant, Jayadvaita Swami.
Hare Krishna. And Jayadvaita Swami, one of the principal leaders, principal leaders indeed, of the ISKCON mission. I expect today also, I don't follow what's happening, but I expect prominent today.
Yes.
Hare Krishna. There, and very, very beautifully presented. Yes.
Wow. The time has run away with us, Maharaj.
Well, I think also, how can we follow what infinity plus infinity plus infinity? How do we follow that? All kinds of wonderful things. And in the company of wonderful devotees who all have got appreciation, got recognition of this treasure. And so our support to every one of you. And in Chaitanya Charitamrita, we hear and we heard this morning repeatedly Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj saying, and those who hear this description, in this case, we just heard about the description of Mahaprabhu glorifying Madhavendra Puri, Mahaprabhu glorifying Madhavendra Puri, the Gopal deity, and the Gopinath deity, to Nityananda Prabhu. And then Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj, after narrating all this, said anyone who hears these topics must get the love of Godhead, the Krishna Prema distributed by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And we definitely feel, after being in that close proximity of Srila Gurudev, that everybody who's got some recognition and some service connection, something in their heart of this great treasure of Srila Gurudev, of Srila Guru Maharaj. I mean, Gurudev would always say of Srila Guru Maharaj, and of this current of Rupa Goswami, then the future is very bright. And Gurudev was saying on different occasions, I heard once and then twice, and then we've got recordings in other places where Gurudev has said that I see that you are all liberated. You may not see that, but I can see that. It is only a matter of time. So we are not imitating Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj, but we are feeling that all of you who have come and who are listening and appreciating this, that this is your great fortune. And in only a matter of time, everything will be good. So tolerate the world, do the things that Rupa Goswami gave us in Upadeshamritam. That Rupa Goswami gave us 11 verses, in particular of Upadeshamritam. And the first 8 verses are all instruction, guidance, Upadesh Amrita, sweet guidance, Amrita guidance for us. So let us try to do that. Keep our head out of the mud, keep our view to the upper world, and be good boys and girls in the service of Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Yes, Devashish, over to you. Much appreciated.
Jai Maharaj, Jai. Jagat Guru Srila Bhakti Sunna Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Jai. Srila Bhakti Rakak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur ki Jai. Rupanuga Guru Bhagya ki Jai. Prem Sagaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Brinda ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Saraswata Acharya Brinda ki Jai. Srila Bhakti Ranjan Madhusudan Maharaj ki Jai. All the assembled devotees ki Jai. All the world devotees ki Jai. Sri Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai. Nitai Gauru Premanandi Hari Hari Bo.
And Jai Shripad Devashish Prabhu, Secretary, Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math, London chapter ki Jai. Kum Kum Devi dasi, recipient of mercy of Srila Prabhupada, Srila Guru Maharaj and Srila Gurudev ki Jai.
Jai.
The assembled devotees ki Jai. Anantakoti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai.
Jai.
Jai Gaura Premanandi Hari Hari.
Hari Hari Bo.
Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyascha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo.
Namo Namaha.
Now we must digest what we've heard. Hare Krishna. Okay, dear devotees, and from our sweet devotees here and in other places, because we've got Lavanya Mayi and others on the Zoom who are here itself. Madana Mohini Didi just been with us. Udaran Prabhu just next door. Ananda Sarupini, not in London, but in the United Kingdom. And all the devotees. I better not miss anybody out. Savitri Didi, we're just mentioning very respectfully yourself and your family here today. And actually all of you we are remembering. We better not miss anyone out, so we better say, Tutti devoti, our Dandavat Pranam. Tanya, then also with us, Hare Krishna. Govinda Govinda. Bye-bye for now. Amra Ashti. You know what is Amra Ashti. You all know a little bit of Bengali. Jai Jai.